Good Sunday evening, Facebook and YouTube. How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy, and guess what? We know what AFC team will be headed to Santa Clara. New England Patriots get the win in a not so exciting game. I ain't gonna even say it's exciting. A lot of people probably was trying to stay awake. They get the W, 10-7. It was a tale. I guess the weather. I said that the weather wasn't going to be a factor. Well, shoot, boy, was I wrong. There was a tale of two halves. The first half was like there was no snow or anything. Second half, it looked like it's turned into almost a blizzard. So the weather did become a factor in the second half. There were some missed field goals by both teams. The Patriots missed two, but it didn't come back to bite them. They were able to hang on, didn't have to do much. And the time, I guess you could say, in the second half, the game-changing play was the interception thrown by Jarrett Stidham to Christian Gonzalez, and that pretty much sealed the deal for the Patriots. So again, New England Patriots, the number 2 seed, come into Denver, who's the number 1 seed in the AFC. And they are now the AFC champs. They get the victory 10-7, and now are headed to Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. And they will await the winner of the LA Rams and the Seattle Seahawks NFC Championship game. That kicks off at 5:30 on Fox. So it really isn't much to talk about this game. Again, the weather did become a factor the second half. The wind was swirling the way it was swirling. So it made it difficult to do anything. But the Patriots did just enough to win this game. And I picked the Patriots to win this game. I picked them to win it 22-10. Obviously, it wasn't going to be much points scored after the weather did a complete about face in that second half. And Drake May and Jarrett Stidham, I mean, they were mediocre, if you want to say it. But got to give a shout out to Drake May. He made plays with his legs. He was only 10 for 21 through the air for 86 yards, but he had 8 rushes for 67 yards. That is Drake May, second-year quarterback for the Patriots. And 6 of those rushes were for first downs, which means that he kept the chains moving at crucial parts of the game. So we got to give a shout out to the young fella. And oh, by the way, he will now be the second youngest quarterback to start in a Super Bowl. I believe Dan Marino was the youngest. So Drake May will be the second youngest quarterback to start in the Super Bowl, and he's taking the Patriots there in his second year, as well as Mike Vrabel, who's back. He's a Patriot guy. He's back in the Patriots, and his first year back, he was able to take this team and get it righted, and now they are headed to the Super Bowl in Santa Clara, California. As far as the Broncos, we knew it was going to be an uphill battle with losing Bo Nix and having to start Jarrett Stidham, who hadn't played a lot of football the last couple of years. And he started out that first half. He was a little antsy, but he found a groove there for a minute, but just couldn't hold on to it. Again, I think the weather in the second half played a big factor in what, as far as the Broncos could do offensively. Both teams tried to run the football as much as they could. Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots, he had 25 carries for 71 yards. And Harvey for the Broncos had 17 carries for 37 yards. So, I kind of had a feeling that with the weather elements was going to kind of change the game plan of both teams, and they were going to try to run the football. Again, it wasn't a statistical game. By no means, it wasn't. Both defenses did show what they could do. Broncos had the second rated defense in the NFL all year, and I believe the Patriots are 6th ranked defense all year. So they made it difficult for both these quarterbacks. But at the end of the day, the elements actually did come into play in that second half because it kind of changed up how you could, what plays you can call. Could you be more aggressive in certain areas on the field? and you really just couldn't, and you just wanted to try to get yourselves in a position to obviously kick a field goal. At least could put 3 points on the goal on the board. And now looking back at it, going forward on 4th and 1, the Broncos probably should have took the 3. Sean Payton is probably going to be kicking himself because they probably, I think anytime you get an opportunity to get points, especially when the weather may be a factor, you got to get it. And I think that 4th and 1, and they didn't get it. Instead of taking the field goal, where this game technically would be going into overtime right now, if the Broncos would have took that 3, not going for it on 4th and 1 and not getting it. So that pretty much probably sealed the deal, sealed the fate for this Broncos team. And there you have it. That's the ball game. New England Patriots making what is this, their 13th appearance in the AFC Championship game in the last, this is the Patriots' 13th appearance in the AFC Championship game in the last 25 seasons. This was the Broncos' 11th appearance, and now the Pats are looking to head to the Super Bowl and break the tie with the Pittsburgh Steelers with the most Super Bowl trophies, because both those franchises are tied with 6, with the most Super Bowl Lombardi trophies. So the Patriots now have a chance to be sitting atop by themselves with the Lombardi trophies if they can get past either the Rams or Seattle, which I think that game is going to be. I think it's going to be quite a few points put on the board in my mind. I did pick the Seattle Seahawks to win that game, 32-28, I believe is the score I had picked. But that kicks off here again in about 20 minutes on Fox. So I'm going to get ready to watch that. I'll probably be back with my own reacts to the first half of the NFC Championship game. And we'll talk about whatever happens there, the final results there later on tonight once it ends. Because most of us are locked in. We locked in the house because it is cold, cold, cold all across the U.S., more so the Midwest and the Northeast and a little bit of the South. We definitely got some cold old man winters definitely came in and changed some things up for a lot of us. So again, hopefully you all are being safe, staying warm. If you have to get out, please, again, like I say, travel safely. Make sure you give yourself enough distance in front of the team cars ahead of you. And if you don't have to get out, please don't. I'm talking to my folks in Texas mostly, but then people in Tennessee got power outages, power outages here as well. Thank the Lord, thank the Most High. Me and my sons, we haven't lost any power thus far, but it's still going to be cold tonight here in Texas. A lot of this stuff ain't melted. It's going to be freeze, and we're going to be dealing with this again, even though we won't have any precipitation. We're not expected to get above freezing until sometime Tuesday. So it's still going to be a little bit treacherous on tomorrow as well. So be safe. Make sure you guys are checking your weather, your local weather, and getting updates and seeing what's going to happen. But again, was a dud of an AFC Championship game. I'll be quite frankly, was not entertaining, but it's football. Patriots get the win 10-7. They now AFC champs. Now they are headed to Super Bowl 60 to await who they will play against, either the LA Rams or the Seattle Seahawks. So again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. I'm gonna get out of here. Make sure, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channels. Doesn't cost you a dime. Those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle as well as TFG Sports Media. Doesn't cost you a dime. Subscribe to the channels. Check out some of the content that I produce on those channels. Also, make sure you like and follow them both here on Facebook as well. Again, that's TFG Sports Media and Kendrick Sports Hustle. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969 and on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, man. It goes down over there. I hadn't been live there. I probably will go live on TikTok maybe later on tonight or maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I hadn't made up my mind, but if you haven't followed me on TikTok, it goes down in my chats over there, man. I get a lot of love over there. I get a lot of comments and a lot of interaction with the viewers. So again, I'm Kendrick the Sports Guy. I'm gonna get off of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Get ready for this NFC Championship game that kicks off here in about the next 20 minutes. Number 5 seed Rams at the number 1 seed Seahawks, according to our reports. Sam Darnold is gonna go. He's not 100%. He's gonna go, and hopefully we got a good one. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more entertaining than this AFC Championship game. So again, I'm Kendrick the Sports Guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next live stream. Check out some of my content as well. I am out. Peace.